Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another celebrity reading. And first of all, happy Halloween! So if you're wondering who I am, then you live under a rock. I am Mask Girl, and if you haven't seen the show, you should see it on Netflix, especially if you like women empowerment and men getting what they deserve. Anyways, I made the mask myself. I made everything. Well, not everything, but I made the mask. Other stuff, I got it. But hope you guys like it. If you don't see the reference, it's on my Instagram and on my socials and everything like that, and on my community post. But I think I nailed the look. So, anyways, today's reading is going to be about Taylor Swift and Harry Styles. So, in honor of 1989, because the re-records were released, and listen, Swifties, we gotta talk about them re-records because they're not giving what the old 1989 was giving. Let's be very clear. But whatever. She kind of threw a little shade at Harry Styles in one of the new songs. So everyone's like, oh, I want to know what happened in their relationship. So we're going to go back in time and we're going to look at their dynamic and their relationship. So remember, these readings are all alleged for interviewers only, and let's get started. Also, please keep in mind, if you like these, you can always join my YouTube memberships. There's a $5, $10, and $15 tier. You get access to exclusive pick cards, story times, and you can win a reading from me as well. Okay, so let's look at the dynamic here. So Taylor's on the left, Harry's on the right. Okay, let me move this down a little bit. There we go. Okay. You guys are gonna get mad at me. You're gonna get very angry at me. Please don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. So Taylor Swift is the Queen of Wands reversed. That is usually the sign of someone who is a little bit of a diva. Now, granted, she was at the height of her career, right? She was like at peak performance. So I expect her to be somewhat of a Queen of Wands. But when it's reversed, sometimes it's misguided aggression. So I do think she may have jumped the gun on certain situations between the two of them. Now, when we look at Harry Styles, we see the Ten of Swords reverse, which is self-sabotage, which tells me that he made himself look guilty even though he wasn't. The Ace of Wands is the return of something old, so I feel like she went into this relationship, Taylor went into this relationship carrying old wounds from past relationships and projecting them onto Harry. And so there's definitely, she basically carried over her past relationships into this one and projected all the way on him. And so do I think that Harry Styles would have done some messed up stuff? Yes. Do I think he was on the verge of doing it? Probably. But she absolutely jumped the gun and then got embarrassed. I see the Queen of Wands reverse the Ace of Wands as an embarrassment. So it's her being like, oh crap, like, even though I'm right, I jumped the gun. You know when your intuition is telling you something, but you don't have proof? That's kind of what it was going on here. She kind of jumped the gun. And the thing is that you have to listen to your gut, but you also need evidence. You need to let them make that mistake first, because sometimes people do, choose better at the last minute. So let's keep going. Yeah, there it is. I knew it. I told you. Ego. Six of Wands ego, and the Judgment card is everyone else, and it's reversed, so that's the judgment of the group. She got embarrassed by him. I think he said something or did something in front of other people, and she got super sensitive, Queen of Wands. It's almost like she felt like she wasn't cool enough for him. It's almost like she felt like he was embarrassed by her, and so she was just like, wow, you don't even care. Like, I don't really remember what happened. I don't know if she surprised him or what, but it definitely is a feeling of like she got super mega embarrassed, and I don't think he did her any favors. Like, he wasn't, I don't see him, again, I'll put a link to my last few Taylor and Harry readings up here at some point in this video, but I don't think he's not really like a sensitive, caring individual. He's kind of just more cerebral, and so for him, I think he looks at his relationships as like my best friend. or like my friend at first and then best friend. So like she was looking at it from a more romantic point of view, and he was looking at it as like, oh, we're friends that bang. That's how he looks at all of his relationships. Not my favorite, but I guess some people like that. And so I kind of see her as like feeling not good enough or cool enough. Maybe it triggered her past relationships, or a past relationship. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So yeah. Yeah, if you asked Harry Styles, he'd be like, I don't know what I did. Also, and I say this, oh man, she's going to get mad if she ever sees this. Not that I think she ever will, but maybe someone on our team will. Harry Styles genuinely doesn't know what he did wrong and doesn't care. And I think that's what drives her crazy, is that he genuinely doesn't give a fuck. The Two of Swords reverse, the Eight of Cups is reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles is reverse, which to me is like someone who can walk away from anyone. And when he like lost her, I think he was like, whatever. Like, this was such a wound for her and such an ego blow, and he don't give a fuck. And that's why it hurts her even more, is that no matter what she does or says, he doesn't care. She also kept trying to bait him into a fight. She kept trying to bait him into reaction. She kept trying to bait him into doing things in the public eye so she could retaliate, and he just didn't. He just didn't. In fact, I don't even think he talked to anyone about it. I think when she broke up with him, or he broke up with her, whatever the hell happened, I think he just like kept it moving and never talked about her. And I think it drove her up a wall. The Nine of Wands, things getting worse before they get better. Four of Wands, uncomfortable environment. Knight of Pentacles. He doesn't really know how to comfort people. Like he's like she. It seems like she needs someone who can calm her down, comfort her, and he just doesn't know how to do that. So they're just massively incompatible. Like, these are two people that had no business being together. I'm actually confused as to what she even liked about him, because he just seems so emotionless and she seems so emotional. It just makes no sense to me. I'm telling you right now, this is all it is. The Six of Cups is a bunch of projection and her having wounds from her past relationships. He mirrored a lot of the men from her past relationships, so she just fell into the trap. I also think with the Ace of Pentacles, there's a part of her that feels like frustrated, because she's like, I think there's some aspect of this where she feels almost used by him to get his fame up or to get his money up. But, and I say this with love and respect because I do like Taylor Swift, but if that's the case, pot meet kettle. If he took a situation and made, lemons out of lemonade with his relationship with you or with others, you do the same thing. So, it's just playing the game. It's just being smart. And you know that better than anyone. So I do see her a little mad about that. She's definitely salty about how successful he is. I could tell you that. She has a lot of regret for this relationship. She has a lot of regret at that time period in her life. I think she has a lot of regret with boys. I think she has a lot of regret with friends. I think she has a lot of regret with business people. She was not in the right frame of mind during this era. I don't know. I mean, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, maybe you know a little better than I do. The Swifties need your help. But I can tell you she has massive amounts of regrets for the boys she was dating, the people she was talking to, the way she was acting. Like, I feel like she realizes she was out of control. It seems like her emotions were spilling over into everything. And it just seems like there was this, like, how do I word this? It just seems like there was, she was in this haze, this foggy, mysterious haze, and she thoroughly, like, when she snapped out of it, she looked back and was like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, I don't know who that person was. I wonder if that's why she's having a hard time recreating the energy that she had during this period, because it was such a dark period. the Two of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, and the Five of Cups. Now, this is quite interesting here. So, the Ten of Pentacles... I see her at a crossroads at this point. I definitely see her at a crossroads of being like, is this actually the direction I want to go in my career? Is this worth it? I definitely see resentment with fame and money during this time period for her, and feeling very jaded by it, and feeling very regretful of some decisions and a little scared for her future. So it definitely looks like during this time period there was a big fear in the back of her mind of being consumed by the machine. And I also think with the Two of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, there was some sort of battle that was starting over finances. I don't know what that means. Interesting. The Ace of Cups reversed, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hermit reversed. That's a feeling of like, I need to be married to my career instead of a man. Okay, I get that. But then the Hermit being reversed and the Ace of Cups... Hold on. Oh shit. Okay. She suspects Harry Styles of either pitting another girl against her or giving information to an op. Like to someone that is like not like is anti-Swift. She is convinced that he did something. And I will tell you what. She never had proof of this. To this day, she doesn't really have proof of it. But there's something that she feels like he revealed or gave to someone or did, or someone he befriended that is not her friend or was her ex-friend or ex-business partner or something. It's an op, okay? It's someone that she doesn't like. It's one of her enemies. And she hasn't been able to verify it. And I think a part of her let it go because she was like, oh, he doesn't really give a fuck about anyone or anything. Like maybe I'm being ridiculous. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone or anything. Here's the tea, though. The tea is that he did, but it was not calculated. So this is complicated. So he did give information to someone, not on purpose, but because he's an idiot, airheaded, and doesn't think of anyone but himself. It's like lying with the enemy or sleeping with the enemy. So he definitely, I don't know if he was drunk or high, whatever the fuck, but he definitely spills some tea. All legend friend tables only, but he spills some tea. And I don't know if someone else manipulated him or what, but there was some tea, and it kick-started something that lasted a long time. And she hasn't been able to prove that, and I don't think she ever will, but I'm going to tell you right now, I do think she's right. Not paranoid this time. I do think she's right, but I don't think it was malicious on his end. I think he's just an idiot. And I hate to give a pass to a man, but the Nine of Pentacles reversed and the High Priestess reversed tells me that there's someone else much more calculating that was able to milk the information out of him. Very savvy, very smart, very alluring, very charming. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Page of Cups reversed. I don't think he's invested in her or gives a fuck, but I do think that there's potential for him to hit her up. The Fool tells me he's spontaneous, and so he'll randomly hit up anyone from his past if he wants to. And so I wouldn't be shocked if he randomly messaged her or hit her up, or randomly texted her, or maybe vice versa, but I feel like it's him. Just because I see the Fool and the Six of Pentacles as someone that always comes back around. Or always, like, once in a while likes her post, or likes her Instagram story, or whatever. Like, it's definitely someone who kind of hovers. He kind of gets off on it, but there is a part of him also that, like, he enjoyed her. I actually think he liked her. But for him, it was like, we're like bros that bang, and, like, that's how I am with my girls. And that's just not how Taylor is. She wants to feel special, and he's not really the type of guy you date to feel special. If you're looking for someone to make you feel special, you have to date someone else. And so I think that's kind of how it is. He's just kind of immature. I mean, the Fool, he's kind of like a child. So, a little boy. So, but definitely spontaneously hit you up. Hangman, 10 of Cups reverse and the 4 of Cups. Yeah, if she ever breaks up with someone, I think he kind of does a few things. Maybe he sends her stuff, maybe like gifts or something. It wouldn't be funny if he sent her flowers every time she broke up, or candy. No, but I definitely think he does something. Maybe anonymously. Does she get anonymous things? Because it might be from him. He's a little bit of a player. I see him doing anonymous shit. I don't know what that means. Maybe as a Finsta. But I see him doing something anonymously. It's weird because it's kind of sweet. But it's weird. Because it's like, what? You're a fuckboy. Like, what are you doing? Taylor Swift definitely is very frustrated. I could tell you right now, this is her energy now. She's very frustrated at the fact that her exes are having happily ever afters. It's triggering her. I'm not shocked. After the Joe Alwyn breakup, I told you when he moves on, she's going to lose her shit. It seems like she's kind of struggling with that because for her, she's like, these people were not good people to me. And even though they could be good people to other people, why are they winning in the end? Like, they're not supposed to have the happily ever after before I have the happily ever after. That's not fair. So she's struggling with the word fair. Especially with the King of Swords reverse and the Temperance card, she's like, I've been waiting forever. So this probably explains why she's moving so quickly with Travis, because she feels like she's in a rat race. The 7 of Cups, she's like, I need to make a choice and I need to stick with it. Like, there's this, like, feeling of, like, I need to rush. She'll learn, though. She'll learn the hard way that that's not a good place to be. I mean, she's healing, right? She was in a 6-year relationship, and then they broke up, and then she spiraled, made a fucking massive, successful album and tour, and then once the tour's over and she's sitting with her feelings, she's gonna have to deal with it. So that makes sense to me. Justice being reversed, 4 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. I will say, though, I do think there's some sort of lawsuit. And I don't normally see her in a legal battle, but I see her in a legal battle that I do not think she's going to win, or if she does win, there's a lot of setbacks because the Justice card says it doesn't go in her favor. So I do think there's some sort of loophole or something where she's going to get screwed. So, like, for once, I do see her team failing. I don't know what this is. I don't know if she, like, said she was going to do something and then didn't do it. Or what? Like, it reminds me if, like, you signed on for the Super Bowl and then canceled last minute and you owe them something. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's definitely some sort of issue that she's going to have with a contract or something where she's sued or something. I think it's going to shock some people. It's going to ignite the hell out of her. You know what's interesting here is I don't know if she'll be the only one involved. The 3 of Cups tells me that there's a couple of people that do not like her that are teaming up. Maybe it's a couple brands or a couple people that are teaming up that do not like her. And the 4 of Pentacles says they're going to bleed her dry of money. It's one of those situations where she's going to want to fight it because she's going to want to be right, but you need to let it go, sweetie, because it's going to be way too painful, way too much money, and you're going to get humiliated. So it's one of those things where I think it's best to just give them what they want. I know that sucks to hear. Yeah, the 4 of Swords. It's not going to be worth it. And I'm telling you right now, somebody has blackmail on her. I've been seeing this for a while. If you want me to do a full reading on that situation, put it in the comments down below. But I've been seeing this for a while. Someone has blackmail on her. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Page of Swords says they're waiting for the right moment to strike her. They're waiting for the public to already, like, turn on her. And once the public turns on her, they're going to get her. They're very patiently waiting for her to fail. And I mean, you know, everyone ebbs and flows. She always has a high in her career, then she'll have a low. That's everyone. So they're waiting for the low to get her. So good luck, Swifties. Defend your queen. All right, that's really it. I'm going to leave it there. Hope you guys like this. Hope you like my outfit. I know all the comments will be like, I can't hear you. It's muffled. Deal with it, okay? It's Halloween, and this mask is iconic, and I made it, okay? So I spray painted it and everything, okay? It took a long time, periodically a time. All right, so follow me on my socials, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Antphrodite everywhere. Join the YouTube memberships, $5, $10, and $15 tier. Get access to exclusive pick a card, story times. You can win a reading from me. And until next time, bye. Go watch Mask Girl on Netflix. Bye.